Hello, awesome people. I hope you're having a great day today. Today I'm taking a look at the short story The Blue Laboratory. It was published in 1897 in Cassell's Family Magazine by Irish author L.T. Meade. This is the first time I've read anything by her. Her birth name was Elizabeth Thomasina Marie Smith and Meade Smith, and she died in 1914. She was a very prolific author, published more than 300 novels during her time, many of which were for young children. She also wrote a lot of mystery stuff and was big in that genre. She published in The Strand, the same genre that the Sherlock Holmes stories by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle were written in. So she's another figure that we're reading another one of her stories. This is the penultimate short story in this collection that we've been doing a deep dive into, called Promethean Horrors, that combines horror with mad scientists. And in this case, the mad scientist is the person who runs the house that our main character is a new governess in Russia. So our main characters. So this is about 30 pages long in this collection. It took me about 55 minutes for me to read it last night with the oversized copy in this collection for you folks. I knocked it out last night for the first time. It's the first thing I read by her, so that was pretty cool. I definitely enjoyed it. I thought that I'm probably going to be giving this about an 8-, like a 7.7 or 7.8 that I'm rounding up to an 8 proper. It was definitely well written. It was definitely kept my attention. For this, it's one of the longer short stories of the 10-story collection that we've been doing a deep dive into for you folks. And now the next story is The Fly. So anyway, so what are my thoughts then on this story? So let's take a look. As a reminder, I keep my reviews spoiler free, so I won't be doing too much unpacking the spoiler territories. It is a set in a Russian house. A British person has arrived in the country and has been naturalized and is now a citizen of Russia, and he's a scientist. He has children and is married locally and has a couple of daughters, and he's now looking for a governess. So she has been hired, this younger lady, our point of view character, as a governess for these two children. She arrives, she starts to meet with people and so forth. His secretary is not working one day, is out sick, so he actually pays her in order to copy his paper that he wants to submit to a journal back home in England. And then she's going to write it up in shorthand and write it up for him afterwards. He cites it for him, and then he pays her, and so forth. And it's about him being able to photograph thoughts. So that is what his key research is going to be about. And she seems very, I don't see how you could do that. And he's like, I'll show you later. No worries, but it's pretty cool. And then she goes and tells the daughters that they find out that she has spent some time with him. She warns him of a danger in the Blue Laboratory, the name of the story, and then things will happen. And she will become, now that she's warned of some of these dangerous things and so forth, that sort of sets about the actions then of the short story into proper action for you folks. So that's sort of what's happening in this review for you folks. It's fun. I enjoyed it. I think there's a lot of fun things that happen in it. It keeps you guessing up till the end, so that was pretty cool. It definitely feels like it's definitely in the horror genre, so it's not in the wrong place. And the antagonist, the person who runs the castle, is definitely a mad scientist, so it fits that aspect too. A couple of them have been more alchemists or mesmerists or something like that, but this one, he's a pure mad scientist, if you will. So that's pretty cool, and definitely I think it helps with the theme of this. So I liked it. It's worth your time. I will link you to this collection in the comments below. I'll also try to find this. She's a less known writer today, so I don't know if this short story will be available for free online or not. I'll try to find it for you folks. If not, you'll just have to do the collection. That's been the case for a couple of the rare short stories that have been in these collections that are for free, but just nobody has, saw fit to go out there and put them online on like a wiki source or something like that. So anyway, I'll try to find it for you folks, but if not, I'll still link you to this collection in case you want to read it in print, like I like to do, in between covers. So that's also what will happen too, even if I can't find the one, or just so. But Sarah, as a reminder, the channel, this name comes from the worst thing about new books, a quote by a famous French philosopher, Jacques Choupert, who said that the worst thing about new books was that they kept us from reading the old ones. And so an older story like this definitely fits the cake, right? And so I like to go back and find a lot of these older classics for you folks. Have you read this or anything else by the author? If so, what did you think about it? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Did you agree or disagree with my rating? Would you talk about spoilers or the ending? Let's do it. If you enjoyed this, why not hit that subscribe button? There should be a lot more of these to follow. And then finally, I want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and investing it and watching my video. We all have so many things that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me is incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.